Breaking news in the Middle East. Hamas released the bodies of 4 more hostages as the tenuous ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war is put to the test. The Israeli military says its troops opened fire on Palestinians today, killing 5. And Israel said it will limit its aid, the aid that it lets into the Gaza Strip because Hamas has not yet returned the remains of all remaining deceased hostages, a violation of the peace agreement. Meanwhile, President Trump is also warning Hamas today that if Hamas does not disarm, the U.S. will disarm them. Eyewitness News anchor Sandra Bookman is here with the very latest. Sandra?
Sade, yes, a bit of movement forward today in the Mideast. Late this afternoon, as you mentioned, the bodies of 4 more deceased hostages were transferred into the custody of the International Red Cross. That brings the total number of bodies turned over to Israel to 8. The ceasefire plan calls for all hostages, alive and deceased, to be returned within 72 hours. The pressure is on. The fragile ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war already being tested. The slower-than-hoped-for return of deceased hostages from Gaza has prompted Israel to declare a violation of the truce agreement. Its response, cutting in half the number of trucks allowed to bring in humanitarian aid, with so many in Gaza facing extreme hunger.
We need to flood Gaza with food and as quickly as possible. Hopefully, we will get in a lot more trucks every single day.
Emotions, perhaps not surprisingly, remain mixed across the region. The celebratory mood of yesterday, with Israeli hostages reunited with their families after more than 2 years, and the return of nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners, tempered by sorrow for the 28 hostages who died in captivity. 4 of those bodies released by Hamas, now positively identified. And even as bulldozers removed rubble today in Gaza City, more death. At least 5 Palestinians killed this morning. The IDF says they fired at them for crossing the yellow line and approaching soldiers. A Palestinian civil defense spokesperson denies this, telling ABC News the 5 were killed within the safe zone yellow area.
We're probably going to hear of more incidents every day or routinely like this. Whether it derails the whole peace plan, though, I don't think that'll happen.
Still unclear the path forward. How will Gaza recover? Who will govern Gaza? And will Hamas disarm?
Well, they're going to disarm, and because they said they were going to disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them.
And now the president today confident, but he refused to say exactly how they would disarm Hamas. As they say, the devil is in the details. Getting the hostages home and brokering a halt to the fighting, at least for now, is an accomplishment. But it is the next steps in this process that may be the most difficult. How to get from here to a lasting peace. Sade?
Sandra, thank you.